Hello, it's Steve Bradley again with Bradley Group International and Keller Williams Realty. I wanted to talk today a little bit about what a short sale package is. You'll hear a lot of it as you talk with realtors, neighbors about their sale, or even if you're making a call into the bank. One thing that's pretty specific is you want to make sure that your real estate agent that's working with you on the listing side and the negotiating side, that you only send in what the bank wants. Some banks want a lot of information, other banks are a little more limited. I'm a big fan of only send them what they need. Don't open a can of worms by giving them more information than they're asking for. And plus, it actually drags on the process. You give them too much information that they don't need. That negotiator's got to weed through all those documents to get to what they really need. But put on the list of documents, some you're going to provide, some your real estate agent's going to gather and put together, and they're going to put that complete package and send that off to the bank. It can be sent to the bank via overnight or via fax. We typically use an e-fax system. It gets it to them quicker and gets it into their electronic system so that they can at least start looking at the offer. Some of the items that you're going to need to have a cover letter, which is typically your hardship letter that explains what happened that brought you to this point that you need to short sale the house. Don't make that letter too long. Consult with your realtor. They'll explain that. If you look on our website, we have some information about what we believe the content of a hardship letter should contain, but don't make it 2 pages. Typically a page is more than enough. Some of the supporting documents you're going to need, you're going to want to have your 2 years federal tax returns. If for some reason you filed an extension for the current year, you're going to want a copy of that extension, but you'll still need to supply your W-2s and your 1099s to support that tax year. With that in mind, I want to remind you that if you have a loan, if you're a married couple or you have 2 people that are living in a house but only one person is on the loan, for example, only the wife is on the loan but the husband is not, then these documents relate only to who's on the loan, in this situation the wife. So it's only her bank account information, her tax returns. If they're filed jointly or joint accounts, well then obviously that's the information you have to supply. Some of the other documents relate to are pay stubs and bank statements. Typically the last 2 pay stubs and the last 2 months bank statements for all your active accounts with, again, whoever's on that loan only. You don't have to have the other person if they're a separate account. Supporting documentations, estimated repairs if you think you're going to need any repairs on the house. Again, you're trying to help set the value of the home. You're going to have to supply a copy of the listing contract, a copy of the purchase contract, and again, those are typically documents that the real estate agent's going to get together. We also supply a spreadsheet that basically references the value of the home today versus if it goes to foreclosure in 6 months and how the bank's going to lose additional money. But most important is not only getting these documents together, but the most important document that the bank's going to look for, it's going to be the estimated HUD. If you remember when you purchased your home at the closing, typically the very first document everybody goes over is that HUD-1 statement. It's a balance sheet. It shows the charges and the debts. So it's just going to let you know where money's coming from and going to, and the bank wants to see who's getting what money. And as a seller, you're not allowed to receive any money at the end of this transaction for any reason. So when they look at that HUD, it's very important that your real estate team or your short sale negotiator, when they put that HUD together, that it's based on reality, and that if you're sending a package in today, but you know your closing isn't going to probably happen for 3 or 4 months, then that HUD-1 should be based on a closing date 4 months in the future. Because if you set it for today or in 30 days, by the time you're ready to close, the settlement company has to readjust the HUD, and then it becomes a renegotiation with the banks, and that's never a good thing. So that's why you want to make sure you hire a real estate agent, a listing real estate agent with a lot of short sale experience, because they're going to bring that to the table with you. They're already going to know that, okay, we've got to project this HUD-1 out. We've got to set these numbers in place the right way, and this is how we have to handle the second loan, for example. So if you have questions, remember, work locally with a local realtor. Do not go somebody. Don't just pick a short sale specialist because they are a specialist, but they end up being 100 miles away. Very important is to deal with an agent that truly knows your market. Okay, so if you have any other questions, again, contact your local agent. We have some information here on the website you can check. You can go to shortsalesteve.com. We have links to information if you're a real estate agent. We also have a blog out there for realtors on how we negotiate deals. And if you'd like to send us an email, use the contact form on the website, and we'll respond as quickly as we can. And we wish you best of luck with your short sale. Thanks.